everyone, how are you today? Hi Sonia. Please grab yourself a block if you have one. If not a big book, you can wrap it up with a blanket. And if you can't do that, if you don't have any big books, then you can just grab a couple of cushions. You know, the thicker, the better to support you in the heart opening posture that we're going to start with. You might need a strap, you might not, but if you have one, or if you have a scarf that you want to use, then go get it and we can begin. It's too loud, I can hear myself.
Okay.
Sorry about that, I just found it really distracting. Okay, it's so hot, so yeah, make sure that you have water, just somewhere nearby, just in case you need it, and we can begin. So we're going to start seated and then transition into a nice heart opener. Sonia, you love it, it's the supported fish pose. So settle in a comfortable seat, close your eyes, and begin observing your physical body. So notice the contact points with the mat. Notice how your weight is distributed. With your eyes closed, see if you have your head aligned with your sternum and with your hips. If you're not leaning too far forward or too far back, obviously with your eyes closed might be a tad difficult to do it, but try to feel your body instead of relying on your sight. So spread your weight evenly across your sit bones. Draw your belly gently in to support elongation of the spine. And roll the shoulders back and down. Check for any tension, any tightness. So nothing major needs to come up. We're simply just checking in with the body. You know, usually the shoulders are tight. Perhaps you're clenching your jaw. Now relax your fingers. So spend a few moments acquainting with your body. Become aware of all the different sensations. Perhaps you can feel a gentle breeze grazing your skin. And notice where the clothes come in contact with your skin, how soft or heavy they are. What's the temperature? How does your body respond to that? And then moving on to your breath, what's the quality of it? Is it deep and long, or perhaps quite rapid and shallow? Whatever it may be, let it be exactly as it is. We're not trying to change anything at this point, simply becoming aware of what's happening in our bodies. We're beginning to connect with the breath and stilling the mind. Take a really deep breath in. Feel the expansion around your belly and your chest. And softly exhale, feeling more grounded and centered. Inhale deeply. And exhale slowly. One more inhale. And with the exhalation, let go of any tightness. So be it physical or emotional, just let it all go. Bring your awareness to your spiritual heart center and let your awareness to drop there. If you would like to set an intention for the practice, allow the answer to come from within, come from your spiritual heart center. So something in line with your true voice. So if you would like to become stronger, just say, I am strong. If you think you could do with some patience, say, I am patient. And allow this affirmation, this intention to guide you through your practice. And gently open your eyes, roll the shoulders back and down a couple of times just to feel how they are. Say hello to your shoulders. Then switch direction. Then bring the shoulders to your ears. You can clench your fist, squeeze everything you've got. And as you exhale, release. So let's do it twice more. Inhale and squeeze. And let go. So one more time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. So this is such a simple thing you can do, but it's such a good release for the shoulders. So if you're ever sat at work and you feel like, oh, I could do something to release my shoulders, then you can do that. Then bring one ear towards the same shoulder. Stay here for a moment. Observe the sensations in your neck. If you want, you can extend the opposite arm out. And spend a couple of breaths here. You can bring the chin down. And then lift your nose up. Just move super slowly. Just saying hello to the neck. And the slower you move, the more space you give your neck to talk. Then come back to the center and let's go the other way. So start super gentle, super easy. And then you can extend the arm. Experiment with the movement, keep breathing deeply. Because you see, necks tend to be quite shy and timid, so you need to be gentle and easy with them. And the slower you move, the more quieter you become, the more the neck is willing to talk. Okay, come back to the center and then grab your block or whatever you have. And we're gonna transition onto our backs. So, align the block with the bottom of your shoulder blade. So you need to have a little play with it. Okay. If you think you're there, start with your legs bent. And then you can drop the head all the way back. If this doesn't quite feel right, you can always prop your head up with something like another cushion maybe. So just check if you found the right spot, have a little play, and then when you're ready, you can extend your legs out or bring the soles of the feet together and drop your knees out wide into Supta Baddha Konasana. So say hello to your hips, feel the weight of your legs. And then maybe you want to transfer your arms over the head, clasping the opposite elbow. So you might feel that you're sliding over the block a little bit. So this facilitates a deeper opening through the shoulder and the chest. So breathe deeply, feeling the full expansion all around your chest. So the bottom of your ribs, the side of your rib cage, your collarbones. And with each exhalation, feel your body drop deeper into the mat. So cultivate an uplifting quality as you breathe in. And focus on grounding as you exhale, connecting to the earth. So let's stay here for 3 more rounds of breath, so make them count. Feeling as your body and your mind and your soul begin to release everything that no longer serves them. So any qualities of impatience, frustration, arrogance, whatever it may be, it's leaving the body as you breathe out. So one more really deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Bring the knees together, release your arms, and slowly roll over onto one side. So you can roll off the block and then remove it and bring yourself back onto the mat into constructive rest pose. So knees falling in towards each other, arms wherever it feels appropriate right now. Notice your breath, and if you've managed to create any openness through the chest. So sometimes we can do it through physical postures. So we're physically releasing any tightness in the shoulders, but sometimes it can be caused by emotional tightness. So by releasing things that no longer serve us can make it easier to breathe, so more fully, more authentically. And bring the knees towards your chest, give them a nice little squeeze. So see if you can pull your knees even closer towards your chest to lift your tailbone or your sacrum off the mat. And then rock from sides to sides. So move fluidly and rhythmically, still connecting with your breath. So allow the breath to be your anchor, so helping you stay present and grounded in the practice and helping you with connecting with your body. Then roll your knees outwards 3 times, keeping the soles of the feet together more or less, or the inner edges, and then change direction. Just feeling the hips for now. Then if you want to grab hold of the back of your thighs, or for happy baby, thread your arms through the inner legs and then to grab the outer edges of the feet. If this doesn't quite feel right, you can grab the hold of the big toes, ankles over the knees, and draw your tailbone closer to the mat. So you want your back to be glued, so feeling supported and held, and feel your hips. So usually it feels quite nice for me, but today it's just my hips are screaming to me. So even though I want to talk to them, they're just shouting. But instead of running away from sensations, I'm just gonna stay and listen. So my hips maybe want to tell me something. So as long as it's not pain, always stay with the sensations. And then if you want to, you can begin to straighten one leg and then the other. If holding the feet doesn't work for you, you can grab the back of your legs, work with what you've got and don't push it. When your body is ready to open up and for you to move into a particular shape, you will know. If you force anything, you will cause an injury. And then bring the left leg down, cross your right leg over and push the right knee out. So you're coming into supine pigeon, lift the left leg up and hold the back of the thigh in front of the shin, whatever feels good. Flex the right foot and perhaps draw the left knee a little bit closer to you. So listen to your outer right hip. How far does it want you to go? Take a really deep breath in. And a slow breath out. So one more round of breath here. Roll your left ankle a couple of times each way. And release the left leg. Straighten the right leg. Flex the right foot and allow the leg to sink deeper into the hip socket. So then gluing your lower back into the mat, squeeze your belly in and engage your glutes. So with this engagement, begin to bring the right leg nearly all the way down, let it hover, and then bring it up. So try to bring it as close to your body as you can. So flexibility is handy here, but it doesn't matter how, like even if you go this far and you keep trying, then it's marvelous. So bring it all the way down and then bring it up. One more time. Down, keep the engagement through the belly and your glutes, bring it up. Okay, bend that leg and cross the left leg over the right. So pause here for a moment, talk to your left hip and then lift the right leg. Make sure the left is flexed, shoulders are down. So you want to be here, but actually you want to be relaxed. Notice what's present. Notice your breath. Soften your face. And bring the right ankle a couple of times each way. And then bring the right foot down. Extend the left leg. So pause here for a moment. Allow the femur bone to sink into the socket. Flex the left foot. And draw your belly button in and up. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring the leg nearly all the way down. Bring it up as you inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Briefly bend the leg. Come into constructive rest pose. Feel your hamstrings, your psoas. Just check how it was. Was it easy? Was it difficult? So without adding any judgment to it, just check how it was. And you can either do the same version again, or extend your right leg, flex the foot, and then if you want to extend the left leg. So one option is to keep the leg on the ground, so foot is flexed, or lift it a few inches off the mat, but keep the engagement through your belly, so that will support and protect your back, and also keep squeezing your glutes. Okay, then inhale, lift your shoulder blades off the mat, interlace all fingers but index fingers for Kali Mudra, and stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then swap the legs, lift a little bit higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down just for a moment. We're not going to stay here long. Inhale and exhale. Then extend your right leg towards the sky, left leg in front of you, lift up, squeeze your lower abdominals. If you need to, press them to check if they're rock solid. I'm sure they are. And then swap the legs. Swap, swap, swap. You can always stop, but if all you can feel is burning, keep going. Swap, 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 swap. 2 more times. Swap, swap, and release. Bring the hands on your belly and your chest. Check in with yourself. Can you feel your heartbeat? Okay, and again, we're extending the right leg to the sky, left leg in front of you. You can drop it down, lift up, and then bring the arms to the right side of the leg. So coming into a twist, keep squeezing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, swap the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up, lift up, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Everyone deserves a nice little break after that. Well done. Bring the knees up towards your chest and start rocking forwards and down, just gently massaging your back. And this actually feels quite nice after what we've just done. Even using the core to come up here is nothing compared to what we've done. So well done. Just a couple more times. And then cross your legs and come to a comfortable seat. For an inhalation, bring the arms up, draw the bottom of your ribs in, squeeze your belly in as you exhale, twist to the right. We're moving fluidly. Inhale back to the center, exhale, twist the other way. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Then exhale, twist and stay. So keep the spine long. Your head over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. You know, as far as you can in being in the twist. Squeeze your belly. And visualize what's happening in the spine, what's happening in your belly, what's happening to all the other organs. Then come back to the center, pause for a moment and observe the effect of this twist. Then inhale, arms up, elongate your body, and exhale, twist to the left, and we're going to stay. So notice where you can feel your breath, see where you can engage more and where you can let go. Then back to the center, transition to all fours. Fingers spread wide, coming into comfortable tabletop, neutral spine. As you inhale, drop your belly and drag your chest through for cow. Exhale, round your back. So twice more. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale and stay here. So what's happening in your body? So you're pushing the mat away. You're dragging the chest forward, but at the same time, without pushing too hard, allowing the body to come into a shape it wants to, allowing it to release in its own time. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, round your back and stay here. So curl your tailbone under, squeeze the elbows together, squeeze your belly, bring the chin towards the chest. So a lot of engagement, squeeze the inner thighs and release. From tabletop, trying to keep the hips over the knees as much as you can tell, begin to walk your hands forward for puppy pose and Hatasana. So from here, we want to come onto the fingertips and roll the shoulders out like you would do in a downward dog. Can drop the forehead down, engage your belly and engage the muscles in your back, so it's an active puppy pose. So we want to stabilize and engage the shoulder girdle. We can release it later. So you need to know what your puppy is doing. And at the same time, surrender into the pose. Open your heart, so physically and also metaphorically. What can you let go? Pour it onto your mat. Then bring the palms down, walk the hands in towards the shoulders, come back up. Step the left foot through between the hands and check how your hips are doing. So keep the knee over the ankle, lift up. So squeeze your left glute to support the hip joint and then drag your hips forward and down. So stay here with your breath, engage your belly, lift up from the hips. Roll the shoulders down. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, slide your hips back, flex your right foot, drop the right hip down and feel the back of your right leg. So use the empty space in your pelvis to fold. Stay with your breath, stay with the sensations. And now we're moving dynamically, so as you inhale, come forward, drag your hips, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So one more time, as you inhale, come through, but this time bring the arms up and over your head. So hook the shoulders against your hips, lift your arms up, look towards your thumbs. So squeeze your legs to the center line of your body, engage your belly and lift up as high as you can. If you want to, you can very gently come into a back bend, keeping the shoulders down. And then come to the center. So bring the right hand on the hip and lift up through the left side of the body. So you can even slide the hips towards the left to open up through that side. So really deep psoas release. My hips are feeling really tight today. So, you know, I really have to stay mindful of what's happening there. Then come back to the center and just for a balance play, switch sides. So slide your hips to the right, reach your right hand up, open through the chest, see what's happening. Bring yourself back to the center and then slide your hips back one more time, flexing the right foot. And this time bring the right hip down and bring it up. So kind of like roll through the hips. So it's not major movement, but again feeling what's happening, where we feel most sensations, and at what angle, what's happening if we fold a little bit deeper. So connect to your body, hear all the subtle messages, and sometimes not so subtle, I'd say today, and honor your body's yes and no's. So one more inhale here, and exhale. Shift forward, tuck your back toes, frame the foot, lift the back knee and step into plank. So that actually feels quite good. Bring the feet together, squeeze the inner thighs, fingers are spread wide. Use your belly, not just your shoulders, and breathe. Feel your shoulders, talk to your shoulders. So we're gonna stay here for another 3, 2, 1. Drop down to your knees and step the left foot through. Okay, so have a little play. Drag your hips forward and down. Then inhale, come up and sink your hips. So remember that yoga begins where we are today, not where we were yesterday or where we long to be. So sometimes we think that we should be able to do something just because we could do it yesterday. or a couple of days ago, and now the body's just like, I don't think so. And this can lead to experience of frustration and, you know, anger. Like, body, you should listen to me, but that's actually your ego talking. You know, listen to your body, you know, do the work, put the effort into your practice, and eventually you will get stronger, you will get more flexible. But instead of focusing on that goal, focus on what's happening right now. So like my hips, I mean, even this, I'm just like, this is not great, but that's because my hips are tight today, and it's okay. So take another inhale here, stabilize as you exhale. Inhale your arms up, squeeze your belly, lift up from the hips. Look towards your thumbs. Push down through the legs. And bring the hands down. This time, left hand on the hip. Reach the right arm up, slide your hips to the right, squeeze your belly. And then we're going to switch sides. So move slowly to keep your balance. Notice what's going on. And then back to the center. Take another inhale, bring the fingertips down. And as you exhale, slide your hips back, flexing the left foot. So stay here, engage your quads, so lift left kneecap. So by doing that, we support and we protect the hamstrings. Draw your belly button in and up and keep the chest open. Notice how this side is responding compared to the one we've just done. And again, without any criticism, and actually looking at the body ourselves with kindness and compassion. Then inhale, we shift forward, keep the chest open, drag your hips forward, and exhale back. So moving fluidly and dynamically. Inhale, come forward, squeeze your glutes. Exhale back. And inhale, come forward. And exhale down and stay. So here, have a little play. Roll through the hip, up and down. See how easy or how challenging it is to stay connected to your breath and keep an equanimous mind. One more inhale and exhale. So you inhale, shift forward, frame the foot, tuck your back toes, and step back into plank. So you should be loving plank right now. Everyone is getting super strong. Squeeze the legs together, push out through the heels, engage your belly, protract the shoulders. So if you squeeze the legs together, then you only add fuel to the fire, but not in a way that you make it challenging, but actually it feels somehow easier. So take another breath in, and with the knees down, everyone, shift your shoulders past your wrists and fold. So drop about halfway. So the supported chaturanga. Squeeze your belly. Your shoulders are in line with your elbows. Squeeze the elbows in towards the body, and then drop all the way down. So by doing the little drills like this one, so coming into chaturanga from plank on knees, can teach you how to properly align the shoulders and then prevent injury. So shoulders slightly past your elbows, slightly past your shoulders. Open through the chest, lift up through the crown of the head, squeeze your belly, and allow the body to settle here. So it's opening up in its own time, its own pace, connecting with the breath. Now lower down, bring the hands by the sides of your body, And inhale up into cobra, upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, easy downward facing dog. So pedal the feet if you need to. Make sure that you're pressing down through the fingertips. And then bend your knees to bring the top of the thighs to your rib cage, and then straighten them. So just do it 3 more times. Just feeling the body, spreading the shoulder blades apart. So feeling the strength of the pose, but at the same time approaching it with an easy attitude where you're not striving towards anything. Just feeling the body and having a little play. I think that was definitely more than 3. So then begin to walk your feet towards your hands. An easy forward fold. So bend your knees if you need to. Drop the chin down. And have a little play with shifting the weight onto the balls of your feet. Shifting the hips up towards the sky. So belly is drawn in. Relax your arms, your shoulders and your neck. So feel the spine relaxing. And then bending your knees a lot. I'm gonna roll all the way up, moving super slowly, stacking one vertebra on top of another. So feeling all the work that's happening in the spine before you come into standing posture. I nearly said before you become erect, but that would have come out not the way I wanted to. So come to the top of your mat, feet together, close your eyes. So feel the connection with the ground, embrace the wobbles. And imagine that you're sending roots down your legs. So starting small, growing deeper. So imagine that you're a majestic oak tree. So you're stable, you're rooted and grounded, you're immovable. And gently squeeze your belly and lift up through the spine. So breathe in the potential of the space into your spine. So reaching up through the crown of the head, finding balance between the grounding and uplifting energy. And gently open your eyes. And as you inhale, come into extended mountain pose, reaching up through the center line of your body. And as you exhale, bring the arms down and then folding out your hips, come into forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale back into down dog. Root down through the left foot. Inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. So squeeze your belly in, lift the right foot high. Push down through the index fingers and your thumbs. And notice where you can let go and where you can release. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, step the foot through between the hands and drop your left knee nearly all the way down. So use the fingertips to support yourself. So feel the strength and at the same time the release in your hips. So stay here. You can bounce a little bit. Then frame the foot and step back into three-legged dog. Right leg is lifted. And bend that leg and roll out through the hip. So keep the weight evenly spread across the hands, lifting the right knee up, squeeze your glutes. So stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. And out. Back to three-legged dog and step the right foot between the hands. This time drop the left knee down for real. And come up. So from here, You can either be like I am or stay with the fingertips down if you need extra support with the balance. And keeping the left foot flexed, we begin to bring it towards your bum. So it's probably not going to go all the way, but if you bring it here, you should definitely feel your hamstrings. So hold it here, lean into the sensations, engage your belly, long spine for another 3. Let's see if I can. 2, 1, bring it down, and if I can, so can you. Frame the foot and step back into down dog. So pedal the feet, feel the difference in the sides. Inhale, roll over into plank. Stay here for 3, 2, 1, and either with the knees down or up, shift forward, drop down halfway into chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or up dog, and exhale back into down dog. Then rooting down through the right leg, inhale your left leg up, 3-legged dog. So feel the stretch in the right leg, lifting the left foot as high as you can, finding the strength in the body. Keep reaching. One more inhale, and then as you exhale, step the left foot between the hands, stay in your fingertips, and drop the right knee nearly all the way down. So squeeze your belly, squeeze your glutes, and hover or bounce. Find your breath, and become aware of what's happening in your body. So what's supporting what? What's happening in the bones. Then frame the front foot and step back into 3-legged dog. Then bend the leg, open up through the hip, and stay here for 3 breaths. So the foot is relaxed, keep reaching the left knee up, squeeze the glutes, let it burn. Another breath in and out. Inhale, re-extend, and exhale, step it through. Right knee all the way down, foot is flexed, and come up or stay in the fingertips. So sink your hips forward, check the knee ankle alignment, and if and when you're ready, begin to bring the right foot towards your bum cheek. So keep squeezing it. If it burns, let it. Accept it, even welcome it if you can. I think actually talking helps with that. So Krinya, if you're there, this is what I'm talking about. Another 1 round of breath, and gently release. Frame the foot, step back into plank. Doesn't it feel nice to keep the legs straight now for a little bit? So legs, arms are straight, protract the shoulders, squeeze your belly, squeeze the knees together. And as you exhale, chaturanga of your choice, cobra or up dog, back into down dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Exhale into fold. Inhale into extended. Exhale to Tadasana. Hands at heart or arms by the sides of your body. Inhale, extend it. Exhale into fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale back into down dog. Now inhale your right leg up and stay. Squeeze your belly. Reach as high as you can. Then bend the leg and open through the hip. So stay here for a moment. Inhale, re-extend, and exhale, step it through. So drop the left knee nearly all the way down and hold it, squeeze your belly, squeeze your glutes, and then drop it all the way. So now if you need a strap, go get it. If you don't, it's fine. Bring the left hand down, bend the left leg and grab hold of the top of the foot. So keep squeezing the right knee to the center line of your body, but roll the chest out. So we're coming into like a twist, dropping the hips down, Bring the foot to your bum cheek and then kick the foot into your hands. So explore how differently that feels. And then gently release. Step back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or down, up dog. Back into down dog. The other side. Inhale, left leg up. Stay. Squeeze your belly, push the mat away, and bend your leg, roll the hip out. So keep lifting the left knee as high as you can. And then inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step it through. So drop the right knee nearly all the way down. Hover or bounce. Drop it all the way down. Right hand down and prepare for the quadricep release. So bend the right leg, grab hold of the foot, keep squeezing the left knee into the center line and breathe. So you can rotate the chest out as much as you want to. So pull the foot towards your bum and then swap. So kick the foot into the hand. Where can you feel it in each instance? Where's your breath? Then gently release, come back to the center, step back into plank. And so you can't say that I'm monotonous, drop down onto your forearms into a dolphin plank. So push down through the elbows, squeeze them towards each other, squeeze the thighs together, protract the shoulders, squeeze your belly for another 3, 2, 1. Drop your belly down. Hands by your low ribs. And as you inhale, lift up for cobra. So squeeze the elbows together, shoulders are down. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Maybe you can come a bit higher. Squeeze your belly to release your lower back. Exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale. And stay for an exhale. Try to relax your buttocks. If there's any pinching in the lower back, just come down lower. And come down all the way. Bring the arms to the outer edges of your mat so that we're coming into this weird variation of cobra. So pushing down through the fingertips, you lift up high. So your elbows are splaying out, and then you bring one shoulder forward, come back, go, bring it down, and just one more time each side. So feel your shoulders, be kind to them, calm down all the way. So just one last release before we come into our peak pose, yay! Extend your arm out, so either into like a half a letter T or right angle. Just see what works better for you. I think this is a little bit more accessible. You roll over onto one side of your body. You can keep the head down and feel what's happening in the shoulder. You can bring one of the legs down or both feet down, but just be really careful. Talk to your shoulders, see what they want to do. You can start with the right angle here, and yeah, that's definitely much deeper. So open through the shoulder, release your chest, so your pec. Come back to the center very slowly, and let's go the other way. I don't even have space to do the half a letter T, so I'm forced to do the right angle one. So use the left hand to support you. Keep an equanimous mind. Easy does it. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And and come back to the center. Hands by your low ribs, and everyone inhale into upward facing dog if you can. So drop your hips down, engage your belly, roll the shoulders back and down to really open through the chest. Inhale here, and as you exhale, back into down dog. Okay, now step your left foot halfway and come up into standing, bringing the right knee up towards your chest. So tuck your tailbone under as though you wanted to bring the hips, tilt them back to bring the knee higher. So my left leg is already shaking. I don't know how that's gonna go, but let's give it a go, right? Then bring the knees to join and bend, keep the right leg bent. So for this, you might or may not need a strap. See if you can grab hold of the top of the right foot, roll the shoulder down, engage your belly, and see how you are here. Finding your balance, setting your drishti, the point of your gaze, your focus point at something still in front of you. Then inhale your left arm up. You can bring thumb and index fingers together for chin mudra. And this is Natarajasana, Lord of the Dance pose. If, however, you want to check how the back bend comes into this, so you can either, so holding onto the foot like you are, begin to tilt forward, kicking the foot into the hand, lifting the thigh up, squeeze your belly, send roots down the standing leg, and then bring yourself back up. The other option, the fun one, or full expression of the pose, whatever, is requires a lot of openness through the chest and the shoulders, and it's just a lot more accessible for, you know, us mortals to do it with a strap. So if you could make a tiny loop so just the foot can get in there, just put it around, and we're coming into the pose the same way, but so holding onto the strap, you lead with your elbow so that you can grab both ends of the strap, and you know, eventually you might reach the foot, and you begin to tilt forward, lifting the leg up. Put a little smile on your face and release to come into standing. Well done. So give your legs a little shake. Let's try on the other side. So bring the left knee in to begin with, just to check how your balance is. And you know, I like to work on those hip flexors. Then keeping the leg bent, bring the knees together. And first we're grabbing the top of the foot just like this. See how it feels if you grab it from the inside of the foot. I probably picked the worst side to do it because I can barely stand up right now. Equally, try to keep your hips closed because it's easy if you like start from here. I'm gonna use the wall now. But see if you can keep your hips closed. Extend your right arm up with chin mudra and begin to tilt forward. Then gently come back, release the leg, and we can try it with the strap now, or the version we've just done. So you can tell if I'm struggling if I'm not speaking, right? Okay, so put a little leash on the foot so that it behaves. So spread your toes wide apart, especially if you struggle with balance. So focus on the 3 points, so your big toe, pinky toe, and the middle of your heel, and find a like suction pad. So imagine you have a big tentacle, and then keeping the right leg engaged, grab hold of the strap and lead with your elbow. Opening through the chest. You can bring the right hand to join, walk your hands back on the strap, and you can either stay here or begin to fold forward, not forward, but like tilting forward a little bit. So squeeze, find the stability in the standing leg, smile, and gently release. Well done. I mean, well done me, because I really struggled today. But you know, it's part of the practice, isn't it? So come down and extend your left leg out and bring the right leg in, but not all the way. So it's not the typical Parivta Janushirshasana that we know, but a slightly modified version, just to feel how it affects your hips. So you probably like the foot is about like a fist away from your pubis. Bring the left hand down, rotate your chest out, and keep trying to push the right knee down. Bring the right arm up. And then if you want to, begin to open through the chest and lean to the left. You can close your eyes if you want to. Look down or up, wherever your neck wants you to go. And then back to the center. Swap the legs. So both feet are flexed. The foot is fist away from your pubis. And if this doesn't quite feel right, then you can just do the normal version. Just check in with your body. So I feel like my hip is really tight, but it's not pain, and I can do it, you know. I'm gonna lean into the sensations. I'm gonna, you know, see what they have to offer or teach me. Bring the right hand down, rotate your chest out, and bring the left arm up. So elongate through the left side of the body, and then you can begin to walk your fingers down, leaning, rooting down through the hips, through the left knee. Look up or down. And then come back to the center. Transition into child's pose with the knees together. You can use a block to support your head or your forearms. If it's not quite comfortable, bring your arms by the sides of your body. Close your eyes. Allow your body to settle. To soothe you. Then slowly, even perhaps with your eyes closed, begin to shift over into Shavasana. And if there's anything that your body's still craving, you can bring the knees towards your chest, or simply extend your arms and legs out. And to manifest the openness through the heart, to support speaking our truth, which also comes from our heart, keep your palms up. So this is how we communicate that we're feeling receptive, that we're ready to receive the lessons, or we're ready to integrate our practice into our lives. track your breath as it comes in and comes out. To finish the practice in as mindful way as you started it. Take a deep breath in and bring some movement into your body. When you're ready, roll over onto one side and come into a comfortable seat. Keeping your eyes closed. Bring the hands at your heart and gently bow your head. Thanking yourself and your body for the practice, for being patient, for cultivating what you need. Let's close this practice one round of Om. Gently open your eyes. Thank you very much for your practice with me today. Namaste. Let me know how you're feeling. So I wanted it to be quite invigorating and fairly strong practice, but also combining a lovely heart opening element. So the Natarajasana that we did, the Lord of the Dance pose, it is thought to be the embodiment of the ecstatic dance of Shiva when he finally reached the state of samadhi after meditating for a number of years. So it's the representation of the duality of the dance of life, that we keep dancing even when life throws difficulties at us and obstacles, that we find the strength and want to open our hearts to enjoy that. So yes, please let me know how you're feeling. I'm feeling really emotional right now. Oh wow, 5K this morning and 1,000 meters of sprints. This is really impressive. One of my best friends, she messaged me at like 9 o'clock, told me that she did like 6K run, like HIIT, yoga, meditation, and I was like, what time did you get up? So yeah, really well done, and that you're here as well for a strong practice. Yay! I'm glad you like heart openers. Yeah, they are my weak spot. Yeah. Your hamstrings will eventually, stop protesting kind of thing. But like with knees, it's a bit of like hit and miss, because I could feel my knee the other day and I can still like feel it, and I can't really put my finger on why it is, but I'm just taking into consideration when I practice. So, never push it. Just be kind. You've got one body. I know you've got two knees, but we can't need both to do all the great stuff that we do, right? Oh, hi Katya. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Oh yeah, all the stretching. I always love. Do you know what? Like, to be fair, if I could, I would probably just do stretching all the time. But like, strength is something that we acquire. like you can be born flexible, but you have to work on your strength, and it's really a continuous practice. I mean, obviously, if you neglect your neck flexibility and stuff, you will stiffen up, but you know, I'm an advocate of strength. But I always try to please you by throwing in some nice stretches, so I'm glad that you appreciate them. You have stomach muscles, Sonia. What are you talking about? Excellent. I'm glad that everything feels lovely. This is what we're here, because yoga just makes you feel so nice and connected. I hope that you're feeling connected. Yes. So, news update. There is no live stream on Sundays, but in place of that, if you would like a slightly more intimate experience, I'm offering classes on Zoom. So I will be able to see you, and if you could do with some tips, then I will be able to see your alignment properly. And you know, sometimes people just prefer that, you know. I'm gonna keep the Tuesday and Thursday session, but just on Sundays wanted to see how it could go on Zoom. So if you would like to book on, you need to go on to bookwen.com/yogawithmags. So bookwen.com//yogawithmags. Head to my Facebook page to check it out, or DM me if you want more info. The class will be still 11 till 12. But if you would like a different time, maybe a bit earlier, then I can also accommodate that. If you have any requests, what you would like to do, either for live streams or for the Zoom classes where you can, you know, can see each other. I mean, you can see me right now, but I can't see you. So let me know and I will slot that in. I'm planning to do some workshops as well. So if there is something that you're interested in, then give me a shout. The next date for our meditation space has been announced, and it's the 27th of June. So 12 to 1:15. Make sure that you book on that. It's a great way to complement your yoga practice, like with meditation, because what we do here, we don't spend that much time into practicing meditation, but the practice of meditation of its own can really enhance your life, because you know, sometimes you just don't really feel like moving, or you can't move for whatever reason, but you can still enter that quiet place where you can connect with yourself. So if you're curious about that, then also let me know, and I will let you know how you can book it. And that's it. So if you wanna if you have any questions, let me know. Yin yoga. This is yin yoga, Nelly. Yeah, what we hold poses for a longer period of time. Yeah, absolutely. I can do that if you wanna. So I will try to schedule it in the next like couple of weeks or so, or maybe I'll do it on Zoom, because you know, there are two camps. Some people either love it. No, I wouldn't say it's like Marmite, because there are some people who like it, but only now and then kind of thing. So yeah, absolutely. If there's anything else that you would like to see here, please do let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you hopefully on Sunday. So much love, enjoy the rest of your evening. Mwah.